What's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Was the Legendary Red Panda? And yeah guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. Now before continuing this, I would like to tell you guys that yeah, this is a story idea from Turning Red. If you haven't watched it, please check it out. It's an amazing and phenomenal movie by the way. Even though it's based on a girls' fantasies about being teenager and all, overall, from a mythological point of view, it's quite good about red pandas and all. Other than that, if you haven't, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Our story begins in the clan warring era, as many clans lived secluded away from other clans because they usually had skirmishes and fought for generations, just like the mighty battle amongst the Uchiha and the Senju clan that was continued from generations down to generations. The Uzumakis were cousins of Senjus and Uchihas unknown to everyone, as they lived quite far away from everything and everyone, as they had a mythological beast that protected them and kept it hidden that was not known to many except for the Uzumakis, the red pandas, as that is why they were granted the red hair and quite feisty behavior as well. They couldn't just control their emotions, but that was not the only thing that they were blessed with good looks and red hair and, motor mouth. They were blessed with great strength as well. Strength that comes when you have to protect what is important to you, more than anything. As generation passes down and the Uchiha forged an alliance with the Senju clan and the Uchiha clan to build them a village. After they made a peace, many clans started to come together to form their own villages, and hence the great five elemental nations were created. But the first war began when Hashirama Senju distributed the 8 bijus amongst the other villages as a form of peace treaty. The other villages betrayed Hashirama and started a war, and at that time, some traitors amongst them sent out people to Uchiha, but at that time the Red Pandas protected them. But after the victory in the first war, the people in the Uzumaki clan had grown lax, as did the other as well. After Mito Uzumaki married with Hashirama Senju, they thought that everything was now peaceful, and Konoha has made its name as the strongest nation in the whole elemental nation. But how wrong they were. As the second war began, Hashirama Senju fell and Tobirama rose as the second Hokage of the said village. And after that, he became victor with the help of his guidance in the war. And still, Uchiha survived. But then came the third war, which changed everything. The Uchiha was invaded finally and destroyed. At that time, Uchiha's people usually seal their panda spirits so they don't have to use them, or they don't have to be enraged at everything, not even little things. So it was quite an inconvenience for them at the time, so they sealed it away in some kind of bangles and ear piercings and so on. And that was their biggest mistake for their downfall, as finally the myth of the red panda was lost. But one girl survived that whole catastrophe and was brought in Konoha no Sato, the second princess of Uchiha, Kushina Uzumaki. Although she had her panda sealed, her newborns won't, because she didn't know about anything about the panda, because her parents didn't told her, as Mito was too old at the time, and due to being too old and not being able to live by the extraction of the QB, she passed away, passing on the QB as to its new jailer, Kushina Uzumaki. Time passed on, and 23 years later, on October 10th, in nighttime in Konoha no Sato, Kushina gave birth to a baby boy. He had blonde hair with red streaks in them, blue eyes, and tan skin just like his father, with 3 whisker marks on each cheek. As Kushina held her baby boy in her arms, as She then named him with a smile, Naruto, as her husband then put a hand on her shoulder. It was none other than Minato Namikaze. That's a nice name, Kushi-chan. And suddenly, their happiness ended there, when a masked person arrived demanding Kushina because she was the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi no Yoko, and even kidnapped Naruto, holding him hostage. Minato was able to save him at one time, but not Kushina, because he was only one human being. And at that time, he didn't know what to do. All he could see was protection of his son. That is what he did. After that, he went back for his wife. She was alive, luckily, but it was already too late. The Kyuubi was released and was now marching towards Konoha to cause destruction and havoc, as almost instantly many of the shinobis and Anbus alike gathered outside in the battlefield under the commandment of the third Hokage, who was retired Risen Sarutobi, as he was guiding them to the battle against the mighty Biju, while waiting for their current leader. Damn it, Minato, where are you? I thought you said everything will go fine, then how come this happened? And suddenly there was a yellow flash as Minato arrived, as he then said, "It didn't go as planned, old friend. Some masked person attacked us. Piwaku-sama, she's..." "What?" "Yes, she's dead. He killed each and every one of them. Kushina and I were the only one alive. Even the guards were dead. I checked everyone." Whoever this man is, we must capture him. He claimed to be Madara Uchiha." "What?" "But that cannot be possible. Madara was killed by Hashirama Senju." "That is true, but there were no records that his body was found. We don't have time. We have to stop it, Sensei," said another voice. It was an Anbu with silver gravity-defying hair. "Kakashi." "Hi, Sensei. Go and get Naruto, please." "What? Are you going to use the plan B? This hurriedly? We still have to try to stop it. It's the only way. Old friend, I have to sacrifice my life to save everyone. Just please promise me." As everyone listened, the whole Jonins, Anbus, and even the clan heads who were there, and their clansmen, see him for who he is, a hero. As after that, Naruto arrived with Minato in his arms, as a sealing altar was prepared by Hiruzen with a Doton Jutsu, as Naruto was put into a basket and Minato began to prepare the seals on his stomach. It took him almost 10 minutes to complete the seal, while the shinobis were holding the Biju off, as Minato began to complete the hand seals. "You know what? Let me do this, Minato. The village still needs you. Your family needs you." "It's already too late. Kushina died." "What? What do you mean?" "Yes, she passed away. She already had enough when I arrived there to get Naruto. She had passed away," said Kakashi, revealing the truth to Minato, who was hoping that his wife will be alive. He looked down, his hands shaking and tears in his eyes. "I still have to do this. I know that I can trust on all of you. Please just protect my son, mine and hers." As after that, the hand seals were complete and Shinigami was summoned. As time slowed down for everyone, as the Kyuubi was split in half, the good side was sealed inside Minato, while the bad side, the darker side, was sealed inside Naruto, unfortunately, as the Shinigami willed. And after that, Minato took the half soul with him in the afterlife, leaving Naruto an orphan that night, the only Uzumaki left alive that day, loyal and known to the world at the time. As after that, Minato lay dead on the ground, as Kakashi went to wrap his body in a body bag, while Hiruzen went to pick up Naruto in a basket, as almost instantly all of the clan heads gathered there. What a drag. The damn bastard left his child. I told him not to do something rash, and here he is again. "Kushina, I promise you that I will protect your pup," said Izumi Inuzuka, as none other than Fugaku and Hiyashi, who were also friends with both of them, looked down in sorrow, as they vowed that they will protect their legacy with all they had, even if it meant going against their clan's vows and, well, all regulations and rules. As after cleaning up that place and leaving the destroyed land in rebels. Everyone, even the shinobis and the clan, has returned back to the council chambers and to their duties because they knew it was time to have a meeting, as it was time to announce the death of their hero, who sacrificed his family, his life, for their sake. And now, after 10 minutes, we see everyone sitting in the council chamber, the civilian council, the elders, and the shinobi council. And even the elders and Hiruzen himself, with Kakashi, who was holding Naruto in a basket. As the civilian demanded, "Where is Minato no Mikaze?" as Hiruzen showed them that who they were talking to. "Although I am reinstated, you have forgotten who you are talking to. I am still the Kage. This is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship. Whatever you say, choose wisely, because it can be held against in contempt of my authority," said Hiruzen, scaring the shit out of them, as they toned down a bit, as Mibuki asked, "Where is Kushina, Okage-sama? I would like to know, and Minato as well. Wasn't he supposed to be here?" After the victory, both of them died, sealing the QB in their son. Wait, what? As everyone was shocked. Yes, Naruto here, his son of Minato and Kushina, was born just a few hours ago, and he was the one Minato picked to seal the QB inside of. "Then we must get rid of this child," said one of the fair civilians, as everyone looked towards him with disgust. "What? I'm stating the fact. I know it is a great loss, but there are many clans to recover for that, and we always have our new prodigies coming along as Minato-sama was. But the kid, what is the guarantee that he can control his emotions and he's still him? Because the Shinigami is the one who powered the seal. Do you not trust Shinigami? I'll make a meeting arrangement for you to go and talk." I was just, clarifying some things, Okage-sama. I didn't mean it like that. You are hereby declared non-confidence vote to be seated in the council. Leave. But I know who you are, Hanma-san, but you are not needed here. Remind you are just nothing more than a petty shop owner. You own 3 shops at a block, nothing more, nothing less. I can buy them and get you out of here. So get the fuck out of my council, please," said Hiruzen, as everyone looked at him with slack-jawed. As he said, "Daimyo-sama will not like this. I already sent a letter to Daimyo that I will be banishing some of the council members who go against my authority, and he wholeheartedly agreed. And I told him who Naruto was, and you forgot his grandmother. She was also an Uzumaki." As everyone then felt that as if the ground was snatched by Hiruzen from beneath their feet. They had nothing, no foundation to stand on now. Their power was stripped from them back that they had tried to grab and leech off of, but now it was taken back by Hiruzen. As the elder Danzo then said, "But he's still the Jinchuriki. He must be trained properly." "That you do not care of, Danzo. I will arrange proper training for him." "Hand over the child, Hiruzen. We both know that my base can make him a weapon that can be a loyal dog to Konoha and guard Konoha. We do not need guidance from Naruto. We have won the war without him and QB for past 3 generations, and we can still do so by producing much stronger shinobis with the ideals that our senses placed on us." "Are you saying our senses were hypocrites?" As both elders looked at Danzo, now he was stuck as Hiruzen smirked. "Checkmate, Danzo." As Danzo gritted his teeth, he didn't want to admit it because he knew he needed Koharu and Hamura's support. As Koharu then said, "I agreed with Hiruzen. Jinchuriki needs emotion. Kushina once told me that. They need emotion to keep the QB in check, otherwise they might get corrupted." As the civilians knew that they were about to make the biggest mistake of their life following Danzo. As Homura then said, "Even though we need a guard, we do not need a guard. We can protect ourselves fine, Homura. Have you forgotten that you fought a war? 2 wars, and still won, lived the day to tell the tale, and now have grown old as nail. The next generation, it's up to them to protect. If they are not strong enough, then we will die out. And that is what we fear, Hiruzen. You should not fear. It is up to next generation, as I said, and leave it for them. We have lived and played our part. It is up to them to decide what they want for this village and for themselves. As the clan heads nodded, as Umira backed down, he knew who he was talking to. It was not their friend, not Minato who was gullible. It was Hiruzen, the professor, the Kamino shinobi, the one who enemies feared in the battlefield. As after that, Hiruzen then said, "If that is all, the damages will be revealed and discussed tomorrow. You can all leave." As everyone left, leaving Kakashi, Naruto, and Hiruzen alone in the room. As Kakashi then asked Hiruzen, Hokage-sama, would it be alright to call back Jiraiya-sama and Tsunade-sama, because both of them are the godparents of the child? I sent them a letter already. They haven't responded yet. And here comes Hiruzen's response, as both Tsunade and Jiraiya came stomping there. "Where are their bodies, sensei?" said Jiraiya, as Tsunade went to pick up Naruto from the basket and hugged him. "Oh, you poor thing. I will look out for him, sensei." As Hiruzen smiled, "I know you will. Both of you will. I know. We have nothing more to do than compromise on this one, huh, Hime?" "Yeah, just like old times, Jiraiya." As both of them smiled. As Hiruzen was happy seeing that both of their students were happy, for somewhat at least, as then they saw the dead bodies of both Kushina and Minato, as they cried, and their funeral was planned next week. And after that, when it was revealed to the whole populace that Naruto was the Jinchuriki and the heir to the Uzumaki Namikaze clan, people were happy at the same time scared. To ease up the people, Hiruzen decided one thing with his students. Both of them would leave with Naruto, and he will live with the Toads for the time being, since Tsunade was needed here and Jiraiya was needed out there. And Tsunade would visit the Toad Mountain with Jiraiya whenever needed and required to be. And it was agreed upon. And hence Naruto was given to the Toads to be raised. For the time being at least. And when he was given to the Toads brought him in with open arms. Like they felt instant connection with him. Mostly Shima and Fukusaka, because they had lost their young tadpole and Naruto just replaced him. Not like in a bad way, filled in the spot, just like that. As they were happy. And as time went by, Naruto reached at the age of 4. A curious child age, as he was friends with Gamakichi at the time, and Gamatetsu, as the three were troublemakers in the whole, Toad clan. Even Gamabunta sometimes had trouble dealing with his own son and Naruto. But he knew they were just playing and having fun, so he allowed it. As the three of them were up to something again, as Gamakichi then said, "Oi Naruto, Gamatetsu, whoever reaches the top of this tree wins, and he will get the chocolate for the next month. Of everyone." "You just want chocolate from us, Gamakichi, nothing more." "Yeah, what about it?" "How about this?" Gamatetsu said. "I'll go first." As Gamatetsu fell. "Ha! Hand over your chocolate here. You did not even one yet, Gamakichi. Why would I give you my chocolate?" said Gamatetsu. "It's your turn, Naruto," said Gamakichi. As Naruto pouted, but he agreed as he smirked and then dashed up to the tree. But he didn't know how to use chakra. His momentum disbalanced as he was falling down. As suddenly, something happened. Naruto started to levitate, and then his blonde hair turned crimson red, with his eyes turning crimson red as well. As suddenly, a huge poof appeared in the smoke, and the one who landed was not Naruto, but a panda which was red, with black markings over his body, and a little bit of blonde hair on the top. It was a red panda. As Gamakichi and Gamatetsu screamed at the top of their lungs, alerting the whole clan, as Fukusaka and Shima arrived there, and so did Gamabunta. "Huh? Where is Naruto, Gamakichi, and who is this panda?" It's me, Naruto," as Fukusaka gasped. "The legendary myth about the Uzumaki clan, that they could turn into red pandas and they were blessed by them. It was true." "What do you mean? Pa?" "Naruto, my boy. Think good thoughts. Think about what you love the most." As a bowl of ramen came in next to him were all toads, his family. And suddenly, there was a huge puff of smoke, and Naruto was there, but this time with red hair and a little bit of yellow streaks in them. It was reversed, and red eyes. The rest remained normal. As Lamakichi then said, "Oh man, that's so cool! You look awesome, Naruto! Red really is your color." As everyone chuckled. As Fukusaka then looked at Shima as both of them nodded. As they brought Naruto to Gamamaru-sama. As Gamamaru, after seeing Naruto, eyes went, "Ah, Inuzumaki, who has awakened." What do you mean by that? Fukusaka asked. As there was no answer. As snoring was heard. "Ah, this old man! Chop chop, old man, wake up!" "Ah, where was I?" "Oh, Inuzumaki, who has awakened. Please don't sleep now, just tell us what it means." "It means that the warrior spirit of the red panda has finally manifested. That was seen as a myth by the whole world. This child now possesses it, and it is hard to banish it now. The more he uses the panda, the more it is harder to banish it. There is a way to, right?" "Yes, it was, but it was lost by the Uzumaki clan. There's no way we know how to do it or reverse it, except for them." I see. So, is Naruto going to live like a panda? No, he can change and transform into his normal self on his will, but he must control it, or at least learn to. "Awesome!" Naruto said, as he was now climbing on all fours. "Hehe, this is so much fun!" As Naruto landed on the ground with cracks creating between his feet. Cool. As 4 more years passed, and Naruto was at the age of 8. As Jiraiya, whenever arrived, saw Naruto, well, busy or asleep, so he didn't bother with him. This was the first time Tsunade and Jiraiya were going to properly meet Naruto, because it was his 8th birthday, and they were invited to surprise Naruto. And when they arrived, a panda came inside as they yelled surprise, and then their jaws dropped. It was a red panda standing in front of them, and it was tall, almost at the same size as Jiraiya. Pa, what is a red panda doing here?" "Wait, do they really actually exist?" As Tsunade was the one who said, "Oh my god, a red panda." Bachan used to tell me stories about them, and I thought they were only stories and myths. But here it is, a red panda, in front of me. Pa, Ma, who are they?" said the red panda. "It can talk," said Jiraiya. "Is it some sort of ghost or summon?" "No, that is Naruto, my boy." Wait, what?" Jiraiya asked Fukusaka, as Naruto, with a puff of smoke, turned into a normal 8-year-old with red hair and yellow streaks in them, and red eyes. "Whoa, what happened?" "Gamamaru-sama told me something 4 years ago. The red pandas were not the summons or myths related to Uzushi Gakure. They were actually divine beings, granting the Uzumaki clan the ability to transform into them. A part of them, a soul of them were given to them. The red pandas were a fighting clan, as they had exponential strength and brute tanking abilities as well, and they can jump high in air and come out unscratched from literally everything. And they're quite angry as well." "I'm not angry, you're angry," Naruto said, getting enraged. "Aw man," Naruto said, pouting, as he turned back from the panda to a normal 8-year-old. "See? He's still like Kushina," said Tsunade as she hugged Naruto. "Kushina? Who's she?" Tsunade then showed a picture of Kushina Minato, and both Jiraiya and her. "These two are your parents, Naruto. They died at the day you were born, protecting you from something dark and sinister." "Oh, you mean Kurama?" As everyone's jaws dropped. You know about the Kyuubi?" "Yeah, Kurama." "You mean the Kyuubi, right?" "Yes, Kurama. It's his name." As everyone was even more shocked, the Kyuubi had a name, and it was on good terms with Naruto? "Wait, Naruto, how did this happen?" said Fukusaka. "Oh, 2 years ago. We have been friends since then." As Flashback. 2 years ago, in nighttime, in Naruto's room. As Naruto was sleeping in his room, we go towards his mindscape. As Naruto woke up to see that he was in water. As he got up to see that his ankles were in the water as well. Huh? Where is this place? As suddenly a red silhouette of panda appeared, as it led him to where he needed to go. Hey, wait up! Naruto said, as when he arrived, the red panda spirit was looking at the cage in front of him, as two blood-red eyes opened. Naruto wasn't scared, of course, the panda remained there. As the QB then looked at Naruto and the red panda and nodded, and the panda disappeared. As the eyes softened. Come closer, kid, said a deep voice. Who are you? My name is QB no Yoko, and I have a confession to make. What? The reason your parents are here because they are dead, and I was the one who killed them. And that is why I'm here, sealed by your father. Oh, have you done anything bad? A lot of things, kid. Then I guess you deserve to be put here, but why are you saying sorry then? If you done that, because I was not in control at the time. You were not in control? Yes, a bad person arrived, and he took control and hold of me and my conscience and made me do bad things, and I couldn't resist. And when I took my control back, it was already too late. Your parents were dead, and I was sealed inside of you, so I want to make an apology to you. It's alright. You forgive me? QB asked. Yes. Are you not mad? I am a little bit saddened, but mad? No. You at least confess something. Many people don't have the guts to do that. Pa said that. Paimon taught me that one should be forgiving. That if you don't forgive and move on, you will live in the past and it will hurt you or continue to do so. So, I live in the present because that's where we are. The future is a gift to us and we do not know anything about it. It is going to be good or bad. The past, well, it is the past and it should remain there. And we should not linger on it. Those are some wise words, kid. Keep them to heart. And I will lend you my strength whenever you need it and protect you. Thanks, but no thanks. I want to get strong on my own. I don't want to rely on your power. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy that you want to help, but I want to become strong on my own so that I can protect those who are near me. But I will help you out if you ever need my help. Is that alright? Yes. Good to meet you and nice to make a friend out of you, Mr. Kurama. My name is Kurama, if that was you asking. That's a very good name, Kurama. As after that, QB smiled for the first time. A genuine smile. He wanted to admit a mistake for making a kid orphan. He never had an intention to. Even if it was a sleazebag of humans. But Naruto was different. And that was the beginning and blossoming of a nice friendship. More like a big brother and little brother relationship between Naruto and the QB, but it still was what it was. End of the flashback. So that's pretty much it, and from then on we became good friends. Just like that. Yes. Is it supposed to be some sort of difference or something? Not at all, Naruto. No. But please be cautious of what you learned from QB. Oh, I will. Say, Naruto, would you like to go back to the village to learn from Academy now? I guess it is time. Do I get to become a ninja? Yes. Awesome! Naruto said, turning into a panda, as after he dashed outside with Gamakichi and Gamatetsu in tow, who has also grown up. Tsunade then said, he's so fluffy. Wait, what? Yeah. You won't realize a woman's heart, would you, Jiraiya? You're just after pussy, boobs, and all that. Hey, those are the best parts, and he was then punched by the, well, women's there, Fukusaka and Shima. Shima and Tsunade, out and sent to Sky for a trip across the world. Time skip. 1 week later of saying goodbyes and staying there, they left with Naruto, finally. At the age of 10. as Naruto arrived in the doorsteps of Konoha Gakure no Sato. At the age of 8. Yeah, I forgot. As they arrived at the entrance of the Konoha Gakure no Sato with an 8-year-old in tow. As when they entered, they went towards Hiruzen Sarutobi's office, and Naruto was, introduced to him. And Hiruzen was surprised at how kind-hearted and talkative Naruto was. He reminded him of Kushina at some times and of Minato at some times as well, and sometimes of both of them together. Fine, Naruto, I will allow you to enroll into the academy. Can you perform taijutsus and some sort of jutsus? Oh, I created this, Naruto said. I call it the ball. As Naruto made his hand forward and a Rasengan was created. That's the Rasengan, Naruto. Where did you learn that? I made it, actually. Sorry to tell you this, but your father actually invented that. Wow, really? As Jiraiya demonstrated it, this is called Rasengan. That is what he named it. Awesome, I just created my own dash jutsu without knowing it. Minato, your kid is a prodigy, thought Jiraiya and Hiruzen and Tsunade at the same time. Oh, I can do this as well. I call it the flying frisbee. As suddenly, the sphere then transformed into white energy and it started to make a wheezing sound. What is that? Oh, I added wind into it. You added an element to Rasengan. Naruto, that is a complete version. What are you going to do with it? Oh, this, Naruto said as he squashed a Rasen shuriken in his hand without knowing it. Really, the frisbee? That is kind of a dumb name, Naruto. I like it. How about from Rasengan? Rasen, it looks like a shuriken. Ah, Rasen shuriken then, Naruto said, as both of them nodded. That is a great name, Naruto. We agree with that. Awesome. So, can I go now to the academy? Yes. Jiraiya, will you do the honors? Nuh-uh, I will. As both Tsunade and Naruto left. She really wants to see him in a panda form. What do you mean? I don't catch on, Jiraiya. It's something you're not telling me. You see, Sensei, Naruto has awoken the red panda spirit within him. What? As Jiraiya began to tell what Gamamaru told them. I see. So the red pandas from the Uzumaki linked together were not just a myth. Yes, but why weren't any other Uzumakis able to show it? As then, Hiruzen thought of something and he opened the letters. As he opened Hashirama Senju's letter, as he remembered, a letter that was to be given to Kushina when she came of age at the age of 18. Because that is when normally and usually the pandas were awoken. As he remembered, he had kept the scroll somewhere here after Kushina returned it from using it. As he found it and opened the scroll with some of the blood samples that he had, as he read it, to Kushina, I am Ito and I am leaving the scroll here to tell you about our clan. We made a pact with the panda goddess, and she granted us the forms of the red panda to use against in war to protect ourselves. As you know, we of the Uzumaki stand against everyone to protect our family or those who are precious to us. I want you to follow these moral codes as well. To fight till death to protect those who you love. And the red panda spirit will help you if you want to, or if you try and use it to banish it, you can. But you have only one chance. The more you use it, the more it is harder to banish it. At the age of 18, it is up to you to decide. You can seal it inside any ornament that you want. I have sealed it with my hair pins because my panda spirit was huge, and as the time passes, the panda spirit grows huge as well and much more stronger and powerful. With love, Mita Uzumaki. After that, the scroll was sealed again and placed back in Hashirama's picture in the Hokage office as Hiruzen sat down. That was quite a history. I did not know that Uzumakis could do that. As on the other side, the Tsunade and Naruto were enjoying themselves because Tsunade was riding a huge red panda as everyone was looking at her and the kid were looking at Naruto, practically drooling from his fur and the cuteness, as it could be said from women. As Jiraiya and Hiruzen were seeing this from the orb, I can't believe this. Is Rarity that huge? Yeah, he's at my age, my height now. Can you believe it? And he's at the age of 8. What? How long will he grow and how tall will he grow? My guess is that at the same height as the QB at least. That big, huh? Well, that is a unique Kakagenkai to be blessed by the panda goddess. What a tale for those of little girls. As Naruto finally arrived at the academy, as they knocked on the door, as Naruto turned back with a poof into an 8-year-old, as Tsunade sighed. It was so fluffy. You know you can use that. How so? That crystal. I think that is the thing that is holding your panda spirit back. Naruto, I'm a Senju. 80% Senju and 20% Uzumaki. I don't think that I hold a panda spirit. Just try it. Okay. As Tsunade crushed her grandfather's crystal, and suddenly her hands turned into a red furry, panda-like hands, and her ears were similar to panda on her head as well, and a tail poofed behind. Wait, I do have a panda. See, I told you, we of the Uzumakis have been blessed with them. You know, you were right, as Tsunade's golden hair started to turn red somewhat, as her eyes were now brown hazelnut with a red hue in them. As she turned back, controlling her emotions because Naruto told them already how to do so. Phew, got it in the first try, she said, as she then knocked on the door. Oh, Tsunade-sama. And who's this? This here is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. He's finally back from the Toads and he will be learning how to become a shinobi of this village from here on out. I see. It's an honor. As after that, Iruka brought him in, and as after that Naruto introduced himself. Hello everyone, my name is Naruto and it's so nice to meet you. Naruto, you are supposed to tell from which clan do you represent? Naruto got so tense that there was a huge puff of smoke, and everyone's eyes widened. As when the smoke cleared, there was a huge panda, or red panda more specifically, standing there. A panda? Not to worry guys, it's me, Naruto. Talk about keeping it a secret. As these were the thoughts of Hiruzen, Jiraiya, and Tsunade who were watching this from different feeds. As suddenly, Sasuke, Hinata, Ino, and Sakura got up, and so could be said for Kiba as they all came towards Naruto, as Naruto then said, is everything fine? As they all hugged Naruto. Fluffy and smell nice. Approved, said the Ice Queens, as Kiba said, move away you ice bitches, he's mine. He's so fluffy. I found my alpha. Why don't you go find a dog? He's a panda. Same thing, tomato tomato, potato potato. I don't care. There is no potato potato. There's only potato, you dumb idiot. Guys, calm down. I am here to make friends, so why can't we all be friends? Naruto said with a smile. Okay. And now we see Naruto sitting in between the first row in which Kiba, Sasuke, Hinata, Sakura, and Ino were sitting with him. As the whole academy was in uproar as they found out that Iruka's class had a transforming kid that could turn into a red panda. As everyone came to see that in the break, as even Neji, who was a ice princess as well from the Hyuga clan, and the cousin of Hinata Hyuga, who was already Naruto's friend, also came with Tenten and Rock Lee, the only guy in the team. As they were the three trio who were chosen by Guy, but they still needed some time because Lee needed to pass the test. What's so special about this one? I heard that he can transform into a panda, Neji. Yosh, I really want to see this youthful red panda of flames. As Naruto then turned into a panda in front of them. As Neji and Tenten drooled practically and did not knew that the panda could be this cute, and all of them were now in front of him. As Neji then said, I will give you the honors of accompanying me for lunch. We can all have it here. I mean, we're all here. Neji. Neji-chan, what are you doing here? Hinata-sama. I told you to not interfere in my life any longer. I am not. I'm simply asking a friend. He's my friend first. Oh, is that so? Naruto, who would you prefer, me or Hinata-sama? I would like to know that as well. Huh? But I prefer all of you. You all are my friend, and I'll treat you equally with love and care, Naruto said, in an innocent manner, and those words were twisted inside those girls' head who were having a hormonal change at the time. As they all blushed. What? Why are you all blushing? Is everything alright? Your faces start turning red. Are you ill? I can take you back to the hospital if you want to. No, Naruto, we're fine. And for the next upcoming some years, that is how the time went by. And finally, we're having a time skip. Naruto was now at the age of 13 and was close to graduating the whole academy. As the second in the whole academy, the rookie of the year was this time a Konoichi. And the Konoichi of the year at the same time, Satsuki Uchiha. Behind her was Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze, and behind him was Hinata Hyuga and Ino Yamanaka, and then Sakura, and then came Kiba. As this is how the whole roster went, because Kiba was now getting serious, as she wanted to compete for Naruto. As finally the test began in the final day, and they all passed. Naruto was also able to pass, but he sensed that Mizuki was asking Kiba, who barely passed, to become the Konoichi of the year, just passing a rare test. As when Kiba was about to steal the scroll, Naruto arrived there in a panda form. Kiba, please put that down. But Naruto, I can't. I have to become. Not Kiba, you don't have to. It is a lie. I can sense it. Sensei was lying. But why would he do that? I'll hand you into the scroll. You bring that to him. Can you do that? We'll find out together. If anything goes wrong, I'll be there to protect you. Okay. As Naruto handed into the scroll and went with Kiba. As after 15 minutes, Iruka found Kiba. Kiba, are you out of your mind? Why would you steal the scroll ceiling? But wasn't it a test? Sensei said. Who said? Mizuki. Suddenly a Fuma shuriken arrived, but there was a huge puff of smoke as the shuriken was caught and then thrown back with hundreds and thousands of forces increased by Naruto, as it impaled Mizuki to the tree. I didn't mean to. It's alright, Naruto. You did the right thing. But I wasn't going to. He's still alive, see? Oh, thank God. But he's badly hurt. Damn you, demon. What do you mean by that? You know that some people hate you because you are the holder of the Kyuubi. Oh, already know about that, as everyone looked at him. Yeah, why do you look surprised? Kurama is a good guy. He was being manipulated by some Uchiha who claimed to be Madara. Madara? Yeah, he's alive out there. I'm going to get him and make him pay for what he has done to Kurama and to my parents. I also met them in the seal as well, and they confirmed that it was Madara indeed. Oh no. You know, Naruto, that was confidential information, said Hiruzen, arriving there. Oh, was it supposed to be a secret? Yes, Naruto, and you revealed it to Kiba and Iruka. Please do not talk about this to anyone. It's in a strong law. Hi, we won't. Naruto, why don't you take Kiba back? Yes. As for you, Mizuki, you will spill your guts out to reveal what happened, or you will stay here and die out slowly, which will take 5 days, maximum. I'll talk. Good, call Anko and Ibiki just in case. As Mizuki's whole body shuddered at the thought of meeting Anko. As Naruto transformed into a red panda, as Kiba was crying on his back. It's alright, Kiba-chan. I know that you were tricked, but why? I knew he was going to do that. Why would he do that? He wanted to use you to get away because he was going rogue. He wanted to turn a traitor to the village. I can't believe I fell for it, Naruto. I'm such a klutz and idiot. It's alright, Kiba. We all have our own weaknesses. But it's good that we know about it and try to make amends with it. And make amends with yourself, knowing that you're not perfect. That's a start, at least. Thank you. As we see at the Inuzuka compound, Akamaru was barking as Kurama was there as they saw the red panda appear, and on his back, Kiba was sleeping peacefully. As Tsunmi then arrived. Ah, so you're the red panda kid that everyone was talking about. Nice to meet you, ma'am. My name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Ah, so he's Kushina Minato's son, huh? Thanks, kid, for bringing him here. No worries, ma'am. As Tsunmi patted Naruto on the head. Well, I guess I gotta leave. As after that, Naruto left. As Tsunmi then said, Kiba was right, his fur is soft. Mine, Kiba said in his sleep. Hi. You damn hormonal teenager, he is yours. I'm not going to take it away. Unless, mine! Fine, I was just kidding. As after that, next morning came as everyone was sitting there back in the class, as it was today that the team placement was about to begin. Everyone went as in canon this time except for Naruto. It was Sai, another girl who was placed in the team of the 3 Konoichi team under Kakashi Harake, as Naruto was left alone. Sensei, why is Naruto left alone? Said Satsuki. Well, Naruto is going to be apprenticed by Jiraiya-sama and Tsunade-sama. We have found some scroll about the panda, so he can learn how to use it in battle to protect you, who is precious to them. Naruto, who are you fighting for? For my friends, Naruto said, looking at them. I love them the most, after my family and all of those who are close to me. After Iruka's explanation, everyone agreed to that. Naruto really needed to learn how to use panda if he was going to become a shinobi, and you capitalize upon it. So, one by one, the senses came and took their teammates until Naruto and the Team 7 remained, as Naruto was talking to them as when Jiraiya and Tsunade arrived. Ready to go, Naruto? Always, Arasani, Bachan, and after that Naruto left, saying goodbye to his friends. As the three of them sighed, still had to wait a long time for their senses to arrive. Ready for hell, kid? Said Jiraiya. Bring it on, Arasani. We're not going to go easy on you, Naruto. As Tsunade turned into her half-panda self, as Naruto turned into complete panda, and hence became 1.5 months of Naruto's training. Because Naruto's shadow clone ability, Naruto was able to complete 2 years worth of training within that time span. As after 1.5 month time skip, Naruto was called into Hokage office. Naruto, are you ready to go on your first solo mission? Awesome! Well, Team 7 has run into some trouble. Kakashi needs some help, and you're going to be their backup. Alright, as Naruto turned into a panda and dashed at chakra enhanced speed, increasing it up to even faster than an Kage or Sanin level shinobi. He was blur, a red blur moving at hyper speed. Wherever his claw hit, the tree bark was shredded from that place as he was making his way there. Within 10 to 20 minutes, he completed the 1.5 day path and was standing in front of Zabuza, who was about to slash at, well, none other than Satsuki. As Naruto took the slash to his chest, nothing happened as the sword broke as Naruto punched Zabuza, breaking his bones of the chest as Zabuza was unconscious. As with a single punch, the ice dome mirrors that Haku created was cracked. Suddenly Gato came as Naruto rage built up, and he launched a Rasen Shuriken at them, destroying half of the bridge and killing all of Gato's goons alongside it. As after that, Naruto felt remorseful, and even though they were enemies, Naruto felt guilty, as Naruto was comforted by those who were close to him. As after that, Naruto returned back, being hailed as the Red Panda hero. Unknown to them, one visitor was watching them. He was Itachi, who was watching this all, because he was sent to spy on Naruto, because they heard from Zetsu, their spy, that Naruto was going to be in the land of waves to check out what his Red Panda could do, and it was devastating what he could do. As we go towards Akatsuki's base, 1 week after the whole fiasco in the land of waves. So Itachi, have you found anything interesting? Yes, I have. It seems like Naruto can use Panda very well. He can use it as it's a part of his extension, his body. He can manipulate anything, even the elements, with the help of it. At least that is what I diagnosed from it. How strong are his attacks? He launched a variant of Rasengan in a shuriken form, adding an element to it, making the 4th Hokage's already deadly Jutsu more deadly and dangerous. How can we deal with it? He completed the path from Konoha to here within 20 minutes as well. What? But it takes one day, even if you go at a Chunin or Anbu level speed. Meaning he's much more faster than we anticipated. How are we going to beat him? There is no way. He can tank any attacks. Zabuza's sword was broken into a million bits when he struck it with full force. You mean Kaburi Bocho was broken? That is the second most toughest sword, Kisame said. And it was broken like it didn't matter to him. Said Kisame, with a smirk on his face now. Blastered. This is going to be good. Kisame, Itachi, I'm sending both of you to Konoha because I heard that Chunin exams are nearing in. I want you to go and see what is there. But should we not wait after the Chunin exams? Because I think something is going to happen. Said Deidara. What do you mean, Deidara? Sasori, my man, left his notes. He went to meet Orochimaru, who is planning an attack, to deliver some exploding puppets to him. I see. Then we wait and see what the Cubist Jinchuriki can do. Hi, as your wish, Pain-sama. Leave. As after that, all the Akatsuki left, leaving Pain alone as he went into the dark room. As our deep voice said, You heard everything, my lord. Yes, I did. Everything is going as planned, but this red panda, it was supposed to remain a myth. It has emerged again. But don't worry, with your Rinnegan and my abilities, we will bring him down as well. Hi, it shall be done, my lord. As you wish, for everything is for peace for this world. That it truly is. As after that we go back to Konoha, as Chunin exams were announced in the whole village after the return of the Team 7 and Naruto. And Naruto was going to play solo as well with the Team 7. This time combined, and it was allowed. And hence the Chunin exams began. The first part went as in canon, and the second part began, in which the Force of Death was introduced by Anko. And they were dashed inside with a Heaven Scroll. They had to find the Earth Scroll now. Naruto's team, at least. They fought the Amagakure's team, but they had a similar scroll as well to them. So they had to find the other one. They went on their way after beating the shit out of them, and they found a sinister chakra approaching them. As Naruto looked back, suddenly a huge snake was leapt on him, as Naruto single-handedly sucker punched the snake into the air, sending it to the moon. Literally. As a voice then said, My oh my, aren't you a strong one? A red panda. Your kind was a myth, but here it is. In front of my eyes. I can't wait to dissect it. I can't wait to see what is inside of you. Ugh, that is quite creepy. Kid, what is it, Kurama? Naruto thought from within his mind, that man is dangerous. You have to use my power as a last resort. Coat at least them with your chakra. I'll pass them on to them, some of my own, so they can be protected from his vile curse marks. What do? The proctor from the beginning. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Good choice, kid. As Kurama's golden energy mixed with Naruto's red chakra was launched into the three girls. Naruto, what are you going to do? Here, take the scroll and get to the tower fast. I'll hold him back. A bad move, Naruto-kun. You can get seriously hurt trying to stop me and all. Because you don't know who you're messing with. Naruto, I'm not leaving you behind, said Satsuki. Please, I want to protect you. If I can't hold on, at least you have a way to save yourselves and send in help. He's right, said Sakura. We can call for help. We have to go now. As the three girls dashed, as Orochimaru's path was blocked by Naruto, you have still me to deal with. As two Rasen shurikens were made in Naruto's hand. Fascinating. As they were launched at Orochimaru, one was dodged but the other was not. As Orochimaru regenerated from his mouth into his second body. Quite interesting and fascinating indeed, Naruto-kun. You really are an interesting, fascinating being. I really want to dissect you and use your genes for my own purposes. And I sure as hell will. Not if I can do anything about it. And he summoned Manta. I want you to use all your strength against Manta. Why have you summoned me, Orochimaru? See that red panda? Oh, they're back, huh? I'll make them pay for the humiliation. Kid, now, as suddenly Naruto's power boosted, and the red panda was standing in a golden chakra cloak that was covering his whole body with marks, as well as his whole body was glowing with his fur in golden, but his eyes, they were still red. It was the KCM panda mode, as Naruto with a single punch sent the huge snake flying across the sky. As on the other side, the girl appeared inside the tower as they attracted all the shinobis that were within after activating the scrolls and alerted that Orochimaru was there and Naruto was fighting him. As Jiraiya and Tsunade, who were there, arrived there, with Tsunade in half panda state, more enraged than ever. "How dare you?" she said, punching Orochimaru. "Naruto, retreat back." "Are you hurt?" "No, but I'm exhausted a little bit." As golden panda turned into a red one, as he dashed back towards the tower, letting the elders deal with what was coming for the said snake bastard. He heard Kabuto. He could sense Orochimaru's chakra on him as he went there, and Kyuubi took over for a moment and strangled his neck before leaving. The kid doesn't need to know what it did, but this kid was Orochimaru's goon and needed to be killed. Yes, it is all for Naruto's protection. It is done for his protection and his own sake. I will protect your son, Minato, Kushina. As after that, the preliminary rounds began, because Orochimaru had escaped yet again, and they weren't as in canon. Tsunade was there now, seeing Naruto performed easily, as Naruto's match was with Jirobo. Naruto beat the shit out of him with a single punch, while Hinata and Neji were a tie. So Naruto's next match was Gaara no Sabuko, a psychopath genin from a different village. So, when the 1 month break was over, the final match began. In the finales, in which Naruto and Gaara had to fight. The other matches were as in canon. Well, Satsuki had to fight another genin as well. As the match commenced, and so did Orochimaru's plan. When Gaara turned into half Shikaku, but everyone's surprised, Naruto turned into a golden panda, as a huge Kyuubi's visage was there. Naruto was a perfect Jinchuriki that was real to everyone, as Orochimaru's plan were foiled. And in front of Orochimaru, his whole bubblins, his whole plan was crumbled to ashes. As after that, Orochimaru was killed by Hiruzen himself, who died with the use of the Reaper Death Seal. His funeral was planned later on, and Tsunade was announced as the 5th Hokage. Because of Naruto's persuasion, she accepted the job. Naruto was saddened by the loss of his Gigi, because he has grown close to him. As the other girls, Satsuki, Hinata, Sakura, Ino, and Kiba comforted him, with Neji and Tenten following suit. As Naruto then said, "Thanks guys, if it wasn't for you I might have gone into depression. We'll do anything for you, Naruto, anything." As Naruto blushed, as for the first time he realized that the girls loved him so much, as he was happy. And time passed by. 2 years have passed since then, and relation between Konoha and the other villages were starting to amend and repair until Akatsuki struck. They announced war, declaring upon them in the Kage Summit. As when the Kage Summit arrived, every Kage was gathered there to talk about more peace treaties, and that was the time that Akatsuki chose to announce war. They had found another way by stealing a part of chakra from each Biju and giving it to the Geromazo. And after that, both, Madara and Nagato sacrificed, except for Konan, everyone, to the Geromazo. And Geromazo was turned into the Ten Tails, as it was marching towards them now, as they were all on battlefield, fighting for the protection of their nation. As Naruto was also there. He has grown much taller because of his age. Naruto was 15 years of age now, as he was marching towards the death, so-called people called it. He was a hideous monster, a true mindless being. As the war commenced, it went as in canon. The shinobi side was losing at first, but Naruto then, with the help of Kyuubi and the Sage of the Sixth Spot, was able to stop the Zetsus and seal them with Kaguya, who was free now as well. And Madara and Obito were killed as well, alongside Nagato. Konan was only left and Naruto comforted her. The war had ended with 2 days. It lasted 2 days only, but caused more death and violence than any other war in the previous years. And all the elemental nations thought it was a good idea to reunite as one and become united because they knew that now the strength where it relies upon. They had beaten a literally biju that was so strong that the nine looked like insects in front of him. But Naruto used his red panda to beat the shit out of it with KCM and Kurama's help. As Kurama was regarded at one point as a demon, now was seen as a hero by the Konoha, Gakure, Nasato and the other villages. Naruto was their hero now. 2 more years passed as our hero was finally ready to get married. And with Tsunade's and Jiraiya's blessing, Naruto married Ino, Sakura, Hinata, and Satsuki and Kiba as suit, as well as Neji and Tenten. These 7 girls married Naruto because he was the last Uzumaki and a panda user. Well, CRA was compulsory for him and he couldn't avoid it. One guy was escaped throughout all of this, Danzo. Naruto found about him what he did to Satsuki's clan when, well, Satsuki's children were born, and he went ahead and killed him with his own bare hands, strangling his neck and breaking it, as Orochimaru was no more as well. Sai was found to be a criminal at first, but after Naruto took pity on her, she fell in love with him, even though he was married, and begged his teammates, other 2 teammates, to let her in as well. So she was allowed into their, well, sisterhood, and she became their wife's sister, and Naruto's wife. As Naruto was a happy man now, he had achieved everything that his father wished for: peace of the elemental nations, no more war, and became the hero and the fastest man alive ever, and complete his jutsu, and had a harem that his godfather wanted, at least. He would do anything to be in his shoes, but Naruto knew there will be no way God will put him there. And he was stuck with Tsunade to keep him in check and line. As finally everything was at peace, or at least some things was, as Naruto saw Jiraiya flying in the sky with a bleeding forehead. Still the same, Ersaning. Still the same. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out.